Everything looks good. Today we're joined by a special friend of ours. This is Biggs. Biggs, say hi. Yep. We're here with Bo as well. This is episode 2, the Halo Dickheads podcast. We're going to be going over a few things today. I really wanted to break down essentially the main core of this show to be about the findings that I have with the game manipulation in order to make it work for the general gamer. And what I mean by that,
a Rittenhouse trial, Blake.
yeah, well, I got exhibit A, B, C, D, all of them pointing to we are guilty as players, not the game itself. And I know it sounds hard; it's a hard pill to swallow, but
Halo Infinite is the SUV that crashed.
Yeah, well,
with the parade, yeah.
Well, hear me out on this. So, Halo Infinite, I feel like most people are struggling to learn it, not because the game isn't like fully understood. Like, it is because the game's not fully understood yet. The reason I wanted to do this podcast was I wanted to bring up that from my experimentation and my studying, that I think I finally cracked the code to this game. And the lens that I had to look.
And I believe that you've got it completely right when you said about. I mean, you're explaining about DPIs and stuff, but unfortunately, it doesn't work on controllers, does it?
So this is limited. Like the hardware fixes on drivers are limited to PC players, but that doesn't mean that all of these other elements that I found still can't help you while on Xbox. Now let me explain. Before you get into like fully dialing in your settings, the one thing that every Halo player should do when they're on PC is to overclock their controller. If you just YouTube overclock your controller on PC, there's dozens of videos. It takes less than 3 minutes. But essentially what is going on is the game is wanting you to run a controller at the same calculating speed, if not better, than mouse and keyboard. If you've played, like one of the first discoveries I made is when I was playing on mouse and keyboard, that the aim was smooth, unlike on controller. So in my head, I'm like, okay, well, the coding is there.
What frames were you playing on out of interest, Blake, on PC?
Like my mouse and keyboard settings?
No, as in like, so what frames does Halo Infinite run at?
Oh, well, I use this computer at my work. I work at a LAN center. We've got really high-end computers, 2080 graphics cards, Ryzen's, all that shit in there.
Have you tried putting... So I think it'd be interesting to see if you could put the settings down to where it's... So I'm on Xbox One, like the original one from 2013 or whatever.
Yeah.
If you could test at 30 frames per second on a rig on PC, and see if it still has that same...
Well, that's curious that you mentioned that, because I tested everything at 60. Just because that's what the native my Xbox that I had was at 60. So when I went on PC, I wanted to do like a full compare and contrast of both my experiences. So I had to do it at 60. I have the not the Series X, but the One X. You know, the one that through my experimentation, I started finding out that one, the mouse they're smooth, like. The game has the capability to have smooth aim. Like, it's programmed in there when you use mouse. So I'm thinking...
Did you notice the difference between the frames?
Yes, I noticed, especially, like, when I was on 60 frames, it was consistently 60 on PC. When I was on my Xbox, that shit would, like, drop, like, a lot.
No, I don't mean... I've had that on the Xbox, and it's big, so you have as well when playing customs, that it drops.
It's pretty shitty on the Xbox.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, I don't mind playing games at 30 FPS, but what my question was to you, Blake, was that did you notice, not frame drops, but do you notice different in the aiming out of the stuff that you've created between the frames? Did you notice a massive thing from, for example, you put it at 60 was the lowest one you went to, compared to higher end frames that you normally?
I tried to get it up to 165 because that's what the best monitor settings were for that.
Do you notice any difference massively?
Well, in terms of mouse and keyboard, no. Like of how smooth it is in responsiveness. But I'll tell you this, that I know that there is millisecond input delay when you have lower frames. I know that the game calculates everything slower if you have a lower frame rate. But that's for all games. That's just like a computing thing that goes on in terms of hardware use. But to finish my point is that I knew that the smooth aim is in the game somehow, like it's programmable. So the first thing I did was I went out and I overclocked my controller to 1000 hertz. That's what like a mouse would run at in terms of smoothness. So I got a little bit of help there And that's what allowed me to really dial in my base settings for everything. Once I had the hardware working correctly, then I could put in my own personal preferences. Because you and I both know some people play slow, some people play on 10, some people 7, you know. So for me, I want to tell everybody.
Like, I mean, I'm sure you and Biggs will agree massively so that the fact that, I mean, the more customization is better, but the fact that from a base standpoint, when you load at the game, that you have to fuck around with so many settings to even get each elements of something that's controls well, instead of just going from the base game. For example, Halo 2, Biggs, you know this, like, I pick up to 10 cents, then I know what I'm getting.
Yep.
On Halo Infinite, like I said, it's
consistent.
better. It's good. It's great that you've got all the different options, axial, dead zones, blah blah blah, all that shit. I've got to fuck around with it
Yeah.
because aiming at its core is sludgy. It's not right.
Right. Now, Now the thing with that is when you're doing all of this in terms of your personal settings, they have a lot to work on in terms of the speed. I think that there could be a much higher speed. I think that there's not enough responsiveness to how fast you can whip like all the way around and check your surroundings.
Ironically, I actually think it's the opposite because I found that I've got my settings on Halo Infinite. I can drag quickscope faster than actually any of the Halos. I really can. But I think that this, my personal opinion is, I can't prove it because I haven't done the research, but I think that the hit reg, because the sniper's not the sniper's not projectile. I don't think, is it? It should be hit scan, surely.
I think
So inconsistent because it feels like every time I toy around with the inputs for the fast sense, I'm doing the normal stuff that I would have done in Halo 3 to pretty much most Halo games. It would count as a hit, even Halo 5, which has massive hitbox, obviously.
Yep.
But I know, when you get that sense where you think, this is my muscle memory, I'm doing it like I've always done. It looks like it hit them on screen, but the bullet's not going where it should. And I'm not sure if there's something to do with where the bullet goes is tied to frames on for example, on the old ghetto Xbox, so it's 30. I don't know if that's why it's fucking it up, because a lot of people have said that.
This is what I think it is. It's the bullet the bullet velocity is hit scan like, just like Halo 2. It's still projectile, but it's very fast. But the projectile itself is very, very, very fucking small. I think that the projectile of the bullet itself.
Blake, I don't think it's any smaller than the Halo 3 sniper. I think
really.
I don't, because Halo 3 sniper to me is the most skillful, and it was. I think the Halo 3 was harder to use coming from Halo 2, but I didn't. Once I mastered, I was never the best sniper in the world, but I could snipe good. I was never fighting the controls in Halo 3, and I knew that if I'd miss, I'd miss. But when I'm sniping in Infinite, it seems that it's the opposite. That sometimes that you play the game enough where you have a game sense where that should have hit.
Yeah.
You get that sense, that small like rush that's a hit. But I get that when me and Big's been playing FFA snipers, for example, and I've been practicing quick scoping. And
it feels like it should hit, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it feels like it should hit, but there's no sniper trail at close contact range. There's no decals as well from the bullet damage, so it's hard to actually learn how to use a Halo Infinite sniper in that way because those things are inconsistent. As well as I really do think it's tied to the frames.
And the reason I say that it's smaller is because if you notice, like, if you line up the reticle in a no scope on somebody's head, it doesn't hit them every time.
That's why I found that me and Biggs, we said the same thing. At 30 frames per second, I find no scoping on that game the easiest out of all the games.
Yeah.
I scope better than scope.
It's easy, isn't it, Biggs?
Yeah.
I find it much easier to no scope on that game. When I'm trying to do skillful snipes on Infinite, I genuinely believe it's tied to the frame rate.
Yeah.
Because people have said they've played the 30 frames, then gone to a newer console or a PC, and it's been vastly different, their experience. That's what I believe. I can't prove it. I can't back it up. But that's just my.
That's the experience that you're having, though.
Yeah,
okay.
And I've played the game for so long that I fucking know there's something wrong.
Right. And I've been I think that the game it needs a lot of work in terms of desyncing. Like we're seeing a lot of desync issues as well.
Oh yeah, those ones on Twitter. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think that the frame rate has a lot to do with how the server is giving you a response to the desyncs that are happening. So the lower frame rate, there's less room for error because there's less frames.
You know exactly. You know what's kind of like not. It's not something that proves it, but something that food for thought is that the people who worked on MCC Halo 2 fucked up loads of things because it was tied to the frame rate and hertz, which are, I'd imagine, the same people who worked on Infinite.
No, actually, I've done the research into that for the multiplayer lead developer. Well, it's the same office politics, I can tell you that. But these people have names. David fucking Garza is the person behind MCC. I can promise you that. And,
but here's what I understand, and Biggs, you know him a lot as well. I don't. It's a long time, but Uncut Fighter. He must have had project cartographer. The guy knew how to fucking fix the MCC version of Halo 2.
Right.
He fucking exactly knew how to do it. I don't know if it. I heard. I don't know if it's fact. It's not gospel, but I heard that he contacted 343 about it. No interest. It's a small change in code. The guy knows the fucking game. Why don't they fucking employ him?
Well, the issue is because he's part of our friend group. We all know. We all know.
343 dick on fucking stream, man. And he's not a hot bitch with tits. That's a fucking partner. That's all it is. I mean,
he won't fit into the office politics. And as sad as it is, this is the problem with not having merit-based hiring. Is we have now unqualified people in positions of power that are compromising the game's quality. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
The people Project CD Red was a really well respected. I think they're Polish based, aren't they? Have studio, and then I think I don't know if they made the office in America, and then obviously they had all these hires that are needed to fill certain quotas. All of a sudden, the game went weird, didn't it, Biggs?
Yeah, it's really sad. Because it's sad at the end of the day, because like
it is sad. I mean, but I stopped caring a long time ago.
Yeah, right. Well, it's MCC. The game's 20 years old. What are we gonna do? I knew it was all downhill once they like replaced the original Xbox servers, so you could have 100 friends on your Xbox 360. That's why I knew everything was going.
But time isn't really a big deal because you look at the Smash community, Melee.
Yeah.
Things everyone. So time isn't the thing. The problem is that, I mean, Halo 2, especially in MCC, was the one that was fucked most. And I generally think it wasn't. I used to think it was malicious, and I think some part maybe was.
It's just incompetence.
And to be colloquial about it, I'd say that it literally was Zoomers who were hired and never played the original Halo 2. Don't have a fucking clue. And I just don't. I've never got that about the MCC. I mean, it boggles my mind. I spoke to you both about this at length. Is that you've got an IP that Microsoft cares about it. Yet what the fuck happened with 343? And it's a fucking disgrace if I'm honest.
Office politics.
Yeah. All PC politics, dude.
Yeah. So Biggs, what's your experience with Halo?
Community manager. She's some fucking blue-haired fucking she/her fucking.
Well, I don't know. She's blocked me on Twitter, so I don't know what she looks like now.
I'll block that shit straight away.
Oh my goodness.
Sometimes I don't want to get angry for the rest of the day. So I just.
You're
always angry.
I'm angry, but there's levels of anger. So I don't want to fucking go to work and shoot people or stab people. So
the funniest thing is like with this person that blocks me, like people that know me, I get along with everybody until somebody like starts trash talking. Then I just go off the fucking wall. But if no one trash talks me, I'm always nice. I'm always cool.
Your problem is that you leave yourself open to personal attack because I notice with your anger, you go to. And it's not a bad thing that you go to a certain way of attacking people, but it can leave you a stake. I might do the same thing, but like you're.
I'm too hyper aggressive physically with people.
Yeah, like, to me, like, I'm not saying you don't give a fuck, but I really do not give a fuck.
Right. No, it's all this right here is what's doing it to me. So like I come from a different culture, man. Like like you talk shit near like my gym, like that means you're rolling. Like that's just what that's
A UK lands. I remember going to like it was XL and all that stuff. There was a guy who was chatting shit on the. We used to have the Halo 3 forum UK one. And there was a guy who I teamed with who was chatting shit to some older bloke who was in another team.
Yeah.
His kids. Fucking guy knocked him out.
I've seen people that have been around know that there have been fights at MLG events. Okay. Like this ain't nothing new, and now they're all acting like everyone's all acting like, oh my god, how good we. It's like, dude, it's a sport. Like we want to call it an esport. Well, guess what? There's even fights in baseball. Let me just let you know something. You know. You think in a shooting game people are gonna get pissed? Come on.
And the cancel culture can't work against you when you're fisted in your face. You know
right. It's they're trying so hard to like reestablish the norm of what it means to be gamer, and we're just sitting here like, bro, like, good luck.
I saw it on Twitter earlier. Is that so? Fine, you know. Nowadays, I try to avoid violence, blah blah blah.
Right.
But the thing is, I see on Twitter earlier, Trank posted his views on Halo Infinite, and Trank's been fucking playing Halo for a very, very long time. In the EU community, especially, he's very well known, respected. I respect the fuck out of him. Made loads of classic videos, silly goose, you know, all that stuff. And there's some cunt who looks like he's off Reddit. Who are you? And it's like, I posted on. I had to post back. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Because there are levels to this. You know, and the anger I have is that a lot of these fucking, you get a lot of bitches, a lot of women on Twitter that say they're part of the Halo community. They're dedicated. And I think. I never saw you fucking 10 years ago on the forums. What the fuck you on about?
Yeah, and it's not an anti-woman thing. It's an someone's asserting a personality trait that they don't have. You know?
Anti-dick thing.
Yeah, well. So I have another note here I wanted to go over real quick. I've found some things in game that you can do that I have a theory that are all influenced from previous Halo titles. Halo Infinite is every Halo game put into one. Like, there's a mechanic from each Halo game put into the game. Now, the reason I say that is I think I found out how to smooth out your aim in BR fights. So I started thinking when I was playing games, like, all right, I'm going to fight this fight like it's Halo 2. I'm going to use those inputs. I'm going to fight this fight like it's Halo 3 and use these inputs, like in terms of strafe speed, pacing shots, like how, you know, all those things. And I came to find that, strangely enough, crouch strafing in this game is just like Halo Reach. Like, you have the capability to drop and shoot fast and be a harder to hit target.
I thought the strafe speed seems quite fast.
So it's as fast as Halo 2 in terms of how far you can move left and right on a dime, but it also lets you hit that up-down element like Halo 5. But it's faster than Halo 5.
It's an unpopular opinion. I don't want to hear both of you guys' opinions, but I never played the game extensively, but Halo Reach, there's one fucking clip, you guys might remember it, it's on the Pit remake, where guys playing the MLG, he's on a single, and he goes up to training, and he out-BRs two people with DMR, crouch strafing at the same time.
Yeah.
And I honestly thought that probably no bloom, no sprint, DMR was one of the most skillful ones when it came to accuracy.
Yes.
Not mechanical skill.
Yep.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, that and just a quick interjection, the ODST pistol from H3, love that fucking gun. That and the DMR.
Is that the silence one?
Yeah.
I already played the campaign like once round.
Oh no, I'm talking about like the recon playlist when we had to grind out the avalanche sniper.
I haven't played any of that stuff.
Oh, bro, it's great. It's Halo 3, but with like a DMR, but it's a pistol. It's like the most balanced pistol in all of Halo. I feel like that's the DMR and that are like my two favorites.
I thought the BR in Halo 3 at 30 frames.
Yeah, it was on LAN. Halo 3 BR was incredible. Like, it was some of the best times of my life for Halo 3 LAN.
You still have to lead your shots, but if somebody knew what they were doing,
at least they're hitting. Like, like you're not losing it to packet loss.
I still I'll even go, Biggs, do you agree with me? No? So I'd still go against CE guys by saying that the most skillful utility weapon is the Halo 2 BR. Because the amount of versatile stuff you can do is fucking unbelievable.
Close range, long range, mid range.
If you're, say, example, for some reason you're playing 4v4 and all their teams under bottom glass and lockout under glass, if you're good enough, can fucking literally take them all out on your own. Yeah. And I don't feel if the Infinite BR, I actually really like how that Infinite BR feels. If you could quad the excessive RBX, I'd play the fuck out of Infinite. Right. I can't at the moment because of the sniper, but the BR feels good, but not without the button combos. But they're never going to add that. I know that. Yeah,
I know that they had. Did they patch the one? I haven't checked in a while. I know that if you use equipment while holding down the fire button and then hit reload. Yeah, the one that Ernest invented. Let's give credit where credit's due. Unlike somebody.
Unlike Clout Chasers, fuck off. Ernest did it. Yeah. But, I played with that dickhead recently and he was doing it again. But
to finish that thought though, what I've noticed with the crouch strafe is a huge increase in detail aim control while you're crouched. I think they intentionally programmed it so that when you're running and gunning, you have less control. But when you crouch,
stupid,
I know it is, but like that's
brother, I play fucking. I got in Surgery Sandstorm. Me and Biggs play that shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm gonna fucking crouch to shoot someone, like I'm playing Counter Strike or this shit, I'm doing a military game. I don't want to crouch with fucking Halo. I crouch to avoid shots, sure. Fuck all that shit with Bloom. Fuck that, man.
I know. It's not classic Halo. I agree, but I'm just saying this is what I've discovered. This is the programming itself.
I'm gonna go you, Blake. Crouch to shoot better.
Yeah, if you crouch to shoot better, I mean, it's like Call of Duty at that point. But
I mean, you're supposed to be a super soldier. You're supposed to be super strong. Why do you
no, now this is the problem though, Biggs. You got these guys on red. What, Bo? What, Bo?
I say, fucking, that's like a Japanese saying, "Oh, you crouch over the hole to shit into it because it's better. It's better for you." You know what I mean? Like, fuck off, man.
You know, the Americans are all getting the squatty potty, man. You just wait.
20 seconds, all right?
Okay. So Biggs, what I was saying was the aiming while you're crouched is the mechanic that I've found, and I found that when you're crouched and aiming, you get a better degree of detailed aim control. And I think that they want the meta of this game to be based off crouch strafing, like the short range. That's why they increased the strafe speed. But I found that, like, if you don't have the run and gun aspect of Halo, you don't really have what made it like its own formula at that point. What are your thoughts on Infinite? Because we haven't heard much from you.
It was too much in Call of Duty. You have to like crouch and do all that. It's not the arena running gun like Quake and Doom and all that was.
Right. Do you think that it belongs in Halo?
What, Bo?
I was saying to Blake, like, Biggs knows his Halo shit. He's an OG like me, man. He's been playing Halo 2.
Oh, I know. We've played together.
Yeah.
But
do you reckon you could prove that though? Are you saying it because it's a feeling, or can you?
From my clips that I've posted, like compared to like, you can just watch my old VODs and you can see me like experiment with different techniques throughout my stream, and I'll like say it out loud, like what I'm gonna do, and that technique right there has been giving me a lot of success, not only with the control of where I'm looking, but I think, and it feels to me like it's also controlling the vertical recoil of the shot, especially when scoped.
You know, I actually believe you, because there is, not that I wouldn't believe you, but I take, I'm not going to blind believe you anyway, but you know what I mean. But BR's got vertical recoil in Infinite, hasn't it?
And that's another game feature. Like, I was saying earlier, they take something from every game. That's Halo 4. And Halo 5.
I don't mind that. The bullets are hit scan though, aren't they?
No, I believe everything's projectile. And speaking of projectiles, why are they the size of snowballs when I'm looking at them?
That's like, fuck that. It's like, no. That's like trying to give someone a reach around while you're fucking them in the ass. It's too good. Fuck that.
Too difficult, he says. He's got personal experience with it. That's.
What if you added Biggs to the call?
What do we add? What?
What if you added Biggs to the call?
Oh shit! Sheesh. Anyway.
Remember, there's two gay guys in this room.
Well,
there's you two.
Yeah. So another thing is obviously another Halo's influence on the game itself would be Halo 3's equipment use. I mean, that's so straightforward. Like the equipment that we have in this game is modeled after all of Halo 3's. Like if it wasn't,
I think it's good. I think it's good.
I like it. I don't have any problems with the equipment. I mean, so
Apart from the
far,
drop shield, I think the repulsor, the grapple hook especially, they're the original ideas, but they add, and I think they are balanced to a degree where they add a lot to the sandbox.
yeah.
And I think even in social casual play and as well as competitive, I think I have no problem with them. Actually, I have no problem with them.
I haven't seen anything where it causes game breaks other than the flag physics, like when they go to throw the fucking flag all the way across the map. But
Are they still doing that? I remember seeing the jump stuff on Twitter where people are using a grapple hook on Bazaar.
that's what I'm talking about. They're launching it across the map.
But then my argument would be like for and against would be for it would be. I mean, that's a skill, surely. Then again, I mean, I don't know.
Oh, bro, it launches it so far, though. I mean, I think we got to lower how far the thing flies a little bit.
I don't know which one. I might have seen a different one to you. The one I saw was it took all the three of the grapples and they only got to their gate, basically.
Oh, yeah. This guy did it to their gate with one grapple is what I saw.
I know, fuck that. No,
yeah, it seemed a bit much.
I think stuff like that, it's like CE or Halo 2. I think the problem with a lot of modern shooters is that you don't punish people enough. So if a team doesn't push to get that grapple, for example, then they're gonna suffer from it.
Right. There needs to be utility.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's what the last couple of Halos didn't have, and I actually think that 343 fucking somehow Bonnie Ross must have got my fucking love letters. Because, got it somehow right.
Are you sending her letters written in cryptography?
No, I send them to Come. So I sent her a blacklight as well, so she can read them.
Is this?
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. So another question I had: what do you guys think of the hit markers?
Well, you can turn them off though. I think they turned off some of the stuff in competitive, aren't they? Like nade hit markers and stuff.
Oh, I meant like the actual aesthetics of them, like.
I don't really notice them, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't notice them either at all.
Yeah, shit. I don't think they're as obtrusive as like the other Halo games that had them, and I never liked them. I still don't like them, but again, in Infinite, I haven't really noticed them, to be honest, and
I envy that.
Yeah, like, I've got bad eyesight anyway, so it might be that.
I swear, every time I don't know if it's just me, but if I'm like not scoped and I'm hitting like a BR fight and I get somebody with a headshot, like there's so much red that goes off.
I do know what you mean with the BR actually, because I do that when somebody, especially like for example on Livewire, if somebody's running across the thing, when you're shooting them, I notice that when I'm shooting them, I'm kind of consciously looking for the hit markers, and then I lose my train of thought. But then again, the other argument could be that that's another layer of skill where you need to adapt to that. But I still believe that hit markers have no place in Halo. Personally.
Yeah, I feel like they're just so big. Like maybe like instead of having this huge fucking Neon Genesis Evangelion cross come out every time you kill somebody, maybe we could just like have it just be red with the regular hit markers, because like I gotta readjust and like look past my reticle again after just killing somebody, and I feel like there's like a half second of like wasted like visual impairment when we could just simplify it.
Well, talking on that same subject, I mean, the lack of customization when it comes to that sort of stuff. So
they'll sell that in skin form. Don't give them any ideas, Bo. Hold on,
yo. We'll rant about that in a bit. But so as far as you can change, for example, the colors of the enemy's outline, which I only like that because it reminds me of games like Quake and Painkiller, where you can change the model.
Right.
So but we know they've already done that, so they can sell skins, blah blah blah. But why isn't there a UI? There's so much modification on other things. Why can't I modify the size of the hit marker, the size of the reticle, the color of the reticle?
Valorant has that.
Yeah, I mean, plenty
It's
of games.
343, bro. That's why.
That's why.
Well, we know that, but
They haven't monetized it yet.
Yeah, they'll probably have the phase skins coming out with the an Adopted Disrespect reticle. So
Please don't. Please don't.
yeah. Well, if that happens, man, Biggs, you guys are giving me a ticket.
You don't like the duck?
No, I'm saying that. I have an opinion on that. If that happens, like monetization shit, you guys will get some ammonium nitrate and fertilizer, and I'll come over, yeah.
Well, they don't sell it in the soil anymore.
Hey, MI5. I'm joking.
They don't put it in the soil anymore, man. You can't do it.
Oh, you can.
Alaska, you can.
Anyway.
Big hunts prostitutes in the fucking wilderness, man.
Yeah, right. But beyond that, what do you guys think of the prices of the skins right now?
It's whatever.
It's absolute EA shit. I mean, I understand that they've got to make money out of a game, multiplayer for free. But I thought the COD model was quite good, actually.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I mean, it was fair, and you could earn actually the tokens or whatever the fuck it was to buy the battle pass.
Right.
Which I used to do. I paid for it once, and all the other times I earned it.
Yeah.
With Halo Infinite, from what I've seen,
it's only buy.
And the lack of customization as well. It's. I know it's a beta. I don't see. You click on the gloves, for example. Oh, more coming soon or some shit.
Yeah.
So why sell a service that you're buying for when you don't have the whole thing there? That to me sounds like, I think we spoke about this before, that it's coming up to Christmas, we've got to get a bit of cash flow revenue coming in. I think that's that.
Right.
The backlash has been quite severe, so I just want the EOD helmet, man.
I can't even make my own symbol I had in every other Halo. They don't have it available yet.
Yeah, me too. Wait. I can't have it. Yeah.
I see. I've had a 7
I use
forever.
the Yang symbol. I can't make it in this
one. Bummer. Is Halo Infinite available in China? Because that might be a part of it. Because they're like hella anti-Buddhism and stuff. Like they actively censor shit. I'm serious though. Like this is the things we have to think about.
I imagine it's not because you can pick teams in it. So,
Jesus.
Anyway, I feel like there needs to be bundles. I feel like there needs to be like a low tier.
No, Blake, I agree with you, but there needs to be a game that comes out where there's a core thing. You don't release a beta and then expect people to buy things. It's predatory practice what they're doing, because what they're doing with the grind system is that they're saying to people, you have to do these weekly challenges, blah blah blah, all this stuff, and there's a limit to them. So it's easy.
Yeah.
It's old school EA shit, that is. And I know they've addressed it, but they should not release a product that doesn't have everything with it and have such vast amounts of customization when it comes to buying it. When the customization on the core level isn't even that. I can't have a full yellow Spartan, golden Spartan like I've always had in Halo.
Right.
I can't have my emblem like Big said. I mean, I know they've got to make money, and they do, and I agree if they have to make money, but there's more moral ways to go about it.
I've got a few ways I know that'll work just fine, man. Number one, make all of these unlocks achievement based. So just like in Halo 3, you complete an achievement, you get a skin. You you want your emblem, you do like 10 headshots in a multiplayer game, you unlock an emblem.
Halo 3, you remember getting the armors in Halo 3 campaign?
Yes, Vidmaster, all that shit.
Jumping through the rings to get the high abuse or whatever it was.
Man,
it's fantastic.
They hacked the game to find that one out.
343 should have done that, because if they advertise, for example, helmets like the EOD, for example, which is my favorite helmet, if they said you've got to do this in a campaign, I would actually buy the campaign just for that fucking helmet. If they said you've got to unlock it through campaign somehow, I'd buy it for that.
Yep.
But instead, they've been very much EA Reaganomics style with it, and they've had a big backlash.
Yeah.
There's not enough customization either. Like Big said, why the fuck is there about 15 emblems available? Why?
I hope that they plan on doing it like we're talking about during the final release when campaign comes out.
Why haven't they answered that?
I don't think anybody's asked. I think we should ask though. I think that's the job of this podcast is to get it so popular that we just start flooding the fuck out of all their forums.
Which one of you lives nearest to the 343 headquarters?
I'm in California, NorCal, so I'm like
Alaska. So probably Blake.
we're like, are you in the Yukon or are you where are you at? No, I lied. You have to go through there.
3 hour flight to Seattle for me.
Yeah, right.
Which one are you near?
We go out there and strike.
Blake, if we go there, ain't no striking. Ain't no striking.
I'm just gonna be outside their windows, intimidatingly looking at them while doing knuckle push-ups on the pavement. That's.
I will go in there with an AR-15 just to speak to them.
Hey, check out this replica I made. These are all toys. What we're talking about in Minecraft. We're not doing this in real life.
You know what the funniest thing would be if somebody who was totally autistic went to 343 HQ for Halo 2 battle rifle and started button comboing the employees in real life, like BXR shooting them and double shooting them. Can you imagine? Shit, that'd be fucking.
You're like looking around for the Jaro, fucking RBX him real quick.
Calling out the multi-kills and shit.
Stop hiding, fucking chow. God damn.
You have somebody there with muscular dystrophy. Oh, he's fucking lagging.
But some of the funniest shit that I've ever heard is like when we're playing free for all, and just KX or somebody is just like sitting P2 after shooting you twice, and then they just run away while you're hitting a multi. Oh man. There's etiquette to this shit, man. There's fucking etiquette. You don't go P3. You don't fucking.
If somebody's weaker than me, I understand running away, right? But when there's some.
You always run from me.
I'm trying to quad them, and Biggs has done it all the fucking time. It's one bottom base. You come out to Eli. I'm P2. I'm trying to quad him. I'm no shield. He's full shield. That cunt runs away.
I kill you from window every time.
Window. Yeah, Death Machine 3, yeah? At the end, I get like kill shot triple. Notice what happens. I get cross map from the window midship. That cunt. If he killed me before I hit that Jaro, yeah? Tell you what, I won't be on this podcast right now. I'll be in fucking prison. I'm fucking telling you.
So my thing is I really want the old I don't like how they're doing these armor set things, and then you have to buy the color for each armor set too.
No, I just don't get that at all. I mean, like I said, I understand I have to make money. I can't remember who said it recently, because I think we were playing, and they said that the rec pack system of Halo 5 was actually a better alternative.
Yeah.
It was less invasive on that. In this
you
game,
can still grind it.
You can't customize your Spartan, but then again, it is a beta. Remember, guys. So
I think that if they want to, they need to capitalize that so many people are playing this for ranks right now. Even my more casual friends at the LAN center and shit, like. If I could translate them, they're like high level 20s, low level 30s in Halo 3 kind of people, right? Not grinders or anything, but they know how to play the game decently.
Yeah.
All of them are buying these esports team skins, and all of them are like going ham in these.
You're in esports world. Fucking let me fucking ask you this, man. I didn't get on that fucking thing, man. In the Halo store, right? Fucking said this shit to you before. Like all these motherfucking skins, yeah. Like FaZe and all this other fucking Navi bullshit. Where the fuck is all the classic Halo skins? Where's Carbon? Where's Final Boss? Where's Straight Ripping? Where's this shit?
Triggers down. Ambush!
What fucking FaZe team?
Sorry.
What FaZe pro team have you fucking seen? What Navi fucking...
The last time I heard of FaZe, and rest in peace, I really hope he comes back, and I just mean rest in peace is in his stream, Campy.
Yeah, Campy's a legend, man. No disrespect to him.
I wish, but ever since he left, where did FaZe go? You know, they went with him. like
I don't mind Call of Duty montage. I have no problem. I've always saw like stuff like Fars is I've always seen them as COD. Navi I've always seen as CS:GO.
Yeah.
Like I'm on this thing. Like I I might just because I'm a fucking boomer now, but fucking, I don't recognize most of these fucking things.
Yeah, dude, like
Where
all
the
these
fuck? Where the
all these
fucking
big
Halo team?
orgs now, they're becoming multi-game. Like it started really getting popular in the general esports sphere.
And that's fair enough if they want to make money on that shit, yeah? Because they can bring viewers and people into Infinite, right? But fucking eventually, I'd hope they've released some sort. I'm sure they probably will actually, like some sort of classic skin packs, exit wounds, fucking straight ripping.
I
Fucking,
really hope they do because
Team FBI.
T2 is back and he's been streaming the game a lot, and so is Walshy.
What's his thoughts on it?
What?
What's T2's thoughts on it? Has he said much about it? What does he think?
I haven't really watched him closely in terms of audio. Like when I'm at work, I put up people's streams on the TVs.
He's watching physical.
I'm just physically watching, yeah. Just really getting my rub on. But no, not a lie. I put him up on stream because I like watching high impact Halo gameplay. I don't have the audio because it's like on the bar TV across, but I'm like,
high impact Halo, that's fucking old school.
Yeah.
It's really old school.
Yes, me and my buddies we're a lot of the lands that were Okay, so long story short, my land center that I work with, like the weekend after December 8th, we're doing a Halo event. Like full on land, sweaty.
Let me tell Biggs about your land center. So fucking Blake at this thing, right? You think at land centers, Biggs, like some fucking nerd shit, right? Where there's fucking autists standing around not doing fuck all. Fucking Blake sent me fucking. No, honestly, I swear to God, man. Blake sent me videos, right? It's like a bar as well. Bitches in there, fucking bitch dancing, fucking men everywhere, fucking social as fuck. I thought, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe he sent me it, and like
it's loud.
Saying this shit. No, it's proper. It's the real deal, man. Like I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
I think of fucking shit like that. I think of internet cafes with like Polish in the fucking internet cafe playing Counter-Strike. You know what I mean? Like with like pennies.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's we're actually modeled after a place in Vegas. So it's very Vegas-esque when you come in, but all of the gear there is ready to rock. I have Infinite installed on all the PCs.
How do you deal with security there?
How do we deal with security? We have hired security that comes through on those nights.
I mean, you have the bouncers there, but I mean, how do you? Because games, especially, are something that create a lot of anger.
Actually, no, bro. You'd be surprised. All of the tournaments that we hold here are very cordial. Everyone's got great sportsmanships. We hold a lot of Caligula tournaments there, like the Sacramento Kings. They had CESI come through, and they wanted to do their preliminaries before they went to the Golden One Arena, which was where they host all the basketball games.
Think of, man. So how these fucking universities and
so it's there's a lot like fines are a real thing.
You know what's happening? You're in California, aren't you? You know what's happened?
Yeah.
You said was it something Kings?
The Sacramento Kings, yeah.
Now I'm thinking, no, the Latin Kings are gonna be seeing these tournament outcomes. They're becoming at a 45. Like, hey, full push, fucking P2, man. Like, come on, man.
It's like that. Have you seen that clip of that guy that was like unironically breathing his ass off while running the flag and like screaming about camo?
Yeah. I've seen loads of those. So funny.
He got signed to a team, dude.
I know he did, but like, bro, like, you gotta. I mean, that was great plays, great everything, but I feel like he'd play a lot better if he just kept his mental composure. I mean, homie's like really breathing like he's like round 3 on a bag, bro. Like I was like, bro, chill. You're just running the flag. You're good. Like,
that was always my problem in tournaments. Was that?
Oh, your adrenaline rush?
I didn't get an adrenaline rush. It was more so that I guess I quite shy. I used to be. So when people would know my montages, watch me play, just choke, and I'm really good under pressure. But when I have an audience, I've always underperformed massively in tournaments. I mean, I got like top 16 once at the biggest Halo 2 FFA. That's like the only good thing I ever did. But apart from that, like, always losers bracket, second rounded. It's terrible.
Well, that's the story with a lot of us, man. I mean, we were very young back then. We weren't fully formulated in our skill set yet. I mean, there was people that were older than us. I mean, you and I were talking about we talk about, our friends and like our teammates and things as legends, But I mean, there's a whole community of XBC gamers. There's a whole community of people that were like around during the times of HP Darkman that really laid the framework for all this. So, I mean,
most of the best Halo 2 players are XBC players.
Yeah, exactly.
They carried on, and they were scrimming at such a high level that
yes.
You know, when MCC came out, you know, you had people like Stormy and I don't know if KLX Pawns was there.
Yeah.
All those Hurricane, those people were playing. They were playing, you know, the ogres and scrims because they were that good.
One of the best things that ever happened for me was I was an admin for Game Battles back in the day, but I was still allowed to compete in tournaments. Obviously, I just couldn't ref my own tournaments or for my matches.
Yeah.
But we ended up, we went all the way to, I think, the semifinals for the Dr. Pepper online tournament for GB, and Triggers down one, and we had to place them.
This is Halo 3.
This was Halo 3, yeah, and this was, I will never forget the ass whooping we got on Construct and how much I learned in that one game alone.
Yeah.
Like, holy,
yeah.
It's
playing the best protein. What were they called? Buck. The Bucks. They were called. I can't remember. The 42 or 20. Anyway, at this tournament, they had their team of 4, which were basically doing a qualifier sort of thing to get the money to go to MLG stuff.
Yep.
And I had my ragtag team. I was fucking drunk while playing. I remember we got 3-0 on the pit CTF in it must have been about a minute and a half.
Oh.
Like I thought, okay, I make good montages, but fucking hell, man.
It's a whole different way to play, man. It's insane.
Really different.
What?
Hey, the funny one, I almost got fucking kicked out of fucking venue before for. It wasn't being racist, but fucking we're playing this French team who were really good. This was a team that I actually practiced with, and we were okay. We got to like winners round bracket 3 or some shit, and whatever. But we played this French team. I can't remember what the fuck they were called. I remember playing narrow CTF, and fucking they were talking shit the entire time. I exterminated them top mid. Said, suck on that fucking baguette, you French frogs. Like, fucking, they complained, and I got a warning for that shit.
Oh my god.
Those things happen in the heat of the moment, man.
I love how there's so much inner conflict over in the European continent between the countries. Like, there's so much banter for like everybody against everybody.
Oh, mate, in England, it's the same as imagine in America. If you're in the deep south, some cunt comes from California, they're gonna be like, "Right, should we get you your dildo and your fucking iced tea?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That sort of fucking.
Yeah. Alaska hates everybody.
So no, that's
What are you looking at? Is that Tyrone?
No, I got a. We're doing a Christmas card photo, and I get to be Cousin Eddie. So I got my outfit. You guys ever seen Christmas Vacation?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm gonna dress up as Eddie, and we're gonna go take a picture together. It's gonna be great.
You guys you don't have to do it on the air, but I'm gonna need both of you guys so I can send you Christmas presents.
I don't want a bomb in the mail, Bo.
Yes, Blake, yeah, that sound good.
What?
If that's a woman, tell her to come on the thing and get her tits out to promote.
No. Dogs and stuff. Go. So anyway, in terms of the release, it's going to be coming out on December 8th.
He wasn't asking for his insulin, was he, Blake?
No, it's going to be on December 8th, and then we're going to be throwing a Halo Infinite LAN the weekend of the 8th. Let me get that exact date here. And it's going to be live broadcasted too. So you'll be able to see all this stuff. So it'll be the 10th through the 12th, most likely. One of those dates. I'm going to have it soon.
You think you'd hold the one next year? Because, like I said, I'm starting a new job soon. That's going to be something that's going to be full-time that I'm going to be making money from. And, you know, I've said the bigs fucking so long. Don't want to come out and meet people from, you know, that I've been speaking to for, you know, about 10 years. I want to do it. So if you could hold a LAN or something like that, you know, a congregation for people to come.
That's the whole point. Like the whole main thing is to create another grassroots spot that is native to NorCal. A lot of Microsoft stores have shut down for tournaments.
Grassroots.
What's up?
HCS Grassroots is not Grassroots. We all know that.
Well, some of the people like a lot of the tournament organizers and stuff, they do have like what we have essentially in terms of equipment.
Yeah, but
It may not be a
that's the
bar
thing.
and lounge, but it's
Blake, that's the thing. Blake, that's the thing. It might be Grassroots. I don't know who they are. I see
Oh.
them cunts, HES promoting fucking these dickheads on fucking YouTube. You know what I'm talking about? All these cunts.
well,
I see the people who actually are Grassroots and making an effort. I don't know who the fuck they are.
it's and maybe they're just trying to make a name for themselves. They're trying to bring Halo to their local communities. I'm cool with that. Wait, what?
I'm not having a go. I'm saying that's my point. The point is that there could be people that are setting up tournaments, etc., grassroots level, that don't get the exposure. Yet the HCS
I see what you're saying.
program is full of people, oh, look at my 50k channel. Look at me get my cock out to Cortana. It's nonsense. It's not grassroots.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm fucking ranting.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of room for promotion. Hopefully that they'll once they see because we're gonna be streaming this. People are gonna be talking. I want to be as respected as a tournament organizer as possible from my experience with game battles, my experience with MLG at events. So I want to bring that back to the table.
If you set the LAN like you run that center, and you're not gonna have any fucking problem.
No, I've ran a few tournaments there already. We've had great stat tracking. We've had great game series.
Getting Biggs there if they know me and Biggs are there though.
Oh yeah,
Biggs can have his ankle tag. It's gonna go off.
There's a whole community out here called NorCal Halo that is ran by my buddy LD50 and Unfazed or Escrills.
Yeah.
So those guys, we're going to be getting them out to come to our events. We want to make this the main hub for the West Coast in terms of California, at least Northern California.
That'd be really fun.
So yeah, there's a lot of good talent out here. I've competed.
There's no scene for that in the UK as far as I'm aware.
Oh yeah, well you start one.
I mean, I haven't really gone out my way to look. I mean,
yeah, bro, it's easy to start one really. If you got Xboxes in a garage, man, I mean you're set. You could literally do it.
I'll say, hey, the guys come around, we're going to play Halo 2 for a little bit, but you fuck off. I could do that, but I don't think there's many people around my area that be into that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I want to come to America, especially. So.
Yeah, it's a whole different beast out here. It's fun, man. We're obsessed with guns and games.
At all,
None?
None.
I figured it'd be like Finland, there'd be a ton or something.
Yeah, there's literally zero. There's one that got shut down.
Oh. I guarantee you, if you go to the bank and be like, "Yo, I want to start a bar," and they'll be like, "Okay," and then you have a LAN center inside the bar, boom, there you go. And they just market it as a LAN center.
I'm assuming how your things.
Oh Jesus!
I'm telling you, man, fucking
dive LAN.
I said to you, Blake, earlier, man, the old school LAN centers. I remember look at them. All you see in there is literally perma virgins.
Yeah.
If you make it a social event and you have booze there, right? The men don't want to go there. The men, if they're, well, actually, that's stupid because a lot of gamers aren't going to bring fucking fine bitches. But if you offer cheap free entry to women, for example, blah, 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 get the men in, and then you create a social atmosphere, you can make money off that.
Yeah, it's great. It's really fun. Every weekend is popping off. It's cool. We're not mandated to wear masks. It's free. It's total freedom. But the biggest thing for the Grassroots program for me is just back when we used to throw these LANs, we would do whatever it took to get this stuff happening. We were in our buddy's one bedroom apartment in his living room with 14 TVs that were all stacked on chairs. If you had to get up,
we used to do that as well. Yeah, I remember the fucking power went out in my mate's house one time. We literally had we had about 12 TVs, 12 Xboxes, all there, 15, 16, all drinking Coca-Cola, eating pizza. I remember it short-circuited the whole fucking house because we were all LANing.
Right, overloading
there's definitely more social than that, and I mean, I think you're tapping into a market there in the sense that couch co-op and that sort of social thing when it comes to games is lost a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's got their.
I can't make my missus play fucking Tetris by fucking Annihilator. So she goes to fucking bed I don't play this shit anymore. You're upsetting me. You're talking shit.
You're talking shit during Tetris?
Yeah, because I'm fucking am, man.
Just goddamn seriously,
dude. What? You know how to T-spin and shit?
Fucking do, mate. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, did you ever play Tetris Battle on Facebook?
No, I never played any of that.
Let me tell you something about a game that adapted Halo 2's matchmaking rank system. You only go up on wins, bro. I swear to God, I grinded. I was only playing against like Japanese, Koreans, Chinese. Like I was at that level, dude.
The Koreans and the Russians at Tetris are fucking unbelievable.
I mean, I beat them. I beat them all, but I mean, that's all I see when I get matched. Like,
oh, man, Blake, if you got Tetris Effect, we'll play it in a bit, man.
Well, I have to go do my little photo shoot here, but yeah, if I'm freeing a little bit, yeah, I got you.
After you do your Vogue photo shoot,
it's GQ, bro. It's GQ.
GQ, dude.
Was it not Men's Health? Which is, I can't think. What's a gay Playboy in America?
Playgirl.
Okay, yeah. Once you do your Playgirl shoot with
you guys ready?
Jeremy.
All right, yo, I gotta get going, guys.
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate the talk. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Good episode. We'll be back next week. Peace out. Good talks. Stay tuned.
See ya.
Thank you, Biggs. Thank you, Bo.